ATV-TALK, the podcast. Sit down with your host, industry professional, Leonard Duncan, as the men and women from the ATV world bring their behind-the-scenes stories to life. Every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And remember, dream big. It could be your story one day.
GBC Power Sports Tires, a division of Greenball Corp, has been producing industry-leading tires for ATV side-by-side market for over 25 years, with tires like Mongrel, Dirt Devil, TerraMaster, XC Master, Dirt Commander, and Groundbuster. They have a tire for your application. Top racers from GNCC, Works, and Best in the Desert rely on GBC Power Sports Tires. So why shouldn't you? Go check them out at gbctires.com to see the full line of tires they offer. Thank you very much. We met up with Danny Ray in Vegas, and all of us headed out to Sandy Valley Motocross, where the Invitational Huevos race is, see what we were getting into for this event that the Huevos crew is putting on. That's the stage where the band's going to play. This is all coming together. It's pretty amazing if you think about all the work that's gone on to this in the last 24 hours, from moving the location to making sure that everybody was going to show up. See, some of the guys are there checking out what they're building here. You're looking at that's the starting gate area where you would normally have a motocross race, and these are some of the jumps. You know, right now, if you're looking at it, you're thinking, oh, it's just a motocross race, and we're dropping some tires right there that they're going to be using as obstacles. You can see how heavy some of these are when it's taken four of us to put it in the back of the truck. Well, maybe it's because I'm old. It took more. Danny Ray's not going to be a tire roller in the Olympics, that's for sure. But he worked out really hard with Wes to prepare this and to get it going. They were trying to set up the obstacle portion of the track and get it prepped for practice. These guys worked really hard and really fast, actually, to get it going. How high those tires are right there. They haven't even laid the other section in yet, because they're still prepping the jump and getting it ready. The ground is a little loose, but they water it, they pack it in. It actually turns out really, really well because the work that these guys did. I don't know if they put anything in the dirt to get it to harden, but they packed it in good with some water and made the racing really, really good by the way they prepped it. While we were walking around in the pits, checking it all out, viewing the track and everything, we came across Max Lindquist and Jody Bateman and Mark Baldwin. Their interviews are going to come up here shortly, and you'll be able to listen to what they had to say during the event and about the race.
Hey everybody, it's Leonard Duncan here with ATV-TALK. I got Max Lindquist with me. We're at Sandy Valley Motocross for the Huevos Invitational. Max, how you doing, brother?
Doing good, man. Made her out here and ready to do some racing.
What happened on the way out, dude?
She's been a rough trip, a little minor breakdown, rent a U-Haul and get the rest of the way here. But, all in all, we made it, and glad to be here to go racing.
So you're a professional motocross racer, and you're coming out to an invitational race that's going to be a split lane deal with obstacles. What are you thinking about the obstacle part?
We're going to find out how good I am at hitting some obstacles. We've done a couple GNCCs, done a little practice on some stuff. Just, going to come see what we can learn and what we can do. Definitely going to be, that's more of the worry, and probably more of my focus is to make sure I get through these obstacles and do it, smoothly and consistently. And from there, hope that my motocross background can kind of, take over from there.
You're also testing some product that you're going to run possibly in the motocross series next year. Is this the new race bike, or is this just a test bike?
This is just a test machine. Got a few new companies that we'll kind of talk about here later, get some releases on, but trying some new stuff just to figure out what we got and where we want to go, and see what we can do with it.
Do you think that the new package is going to perform in this environment better than the old stuff?
I mean, that's the reason we're running it. So definitely going to find out, but I have pretty good faith in it that, yeah, I think we're definitely brought the best we have to the table to come race here.
So when you go to the bigger tires, I know you're a motocross guy. You run the 18s and the 20s, and now you're running 21 20s. How does that change your style?
At that point, I just think it's a little more controlled. You're riding, I'd say, a little safer. Can't quite throw it into the turns as hard as you'd like. Like, it's more of a just try to consistently ride. Obviously don't have near the time on the tires that most people do. So we're kind of taking a mud setup per se for our motocross races and running that. And, it's not something that I ride every day, but it's something that we practice with. And, it definitely changes a few things, but hopefully overall everything stays pretty similar and we're pretty comfy.
Do you think the weight difference in the machine is going to throw it off on the jumps?
I mean, just from jumping and riding motocross with the bigs, like, it's not so much a weight difference. Honestly, where I notice the big difference is your turns and your bumps, just how the machine handles, all the bigger tire, the roll, the power difference. Like, that's where I notice more of a difference. On the jumps per se, like, it doesn't scare me too bad. Obviously it might change a few things with the kicker or something like that, but my big worry or concern is more going to be getting the bike to turn and getting it to do what I want on the flat ground more than in the air.
That's pretty awesome. So, what are you going to spend your money on?
Whew. Figure it out once I have it. So,
who do you think is the person that you should fear the most in this environment?
Man, I really think it's that's a hard one because it's anyone's game here. I honestly, I think you're your biggest enemy. Just not making a mistake. Short race, different obstacles. Like, obviously, our Bo Barons, Joel Hetrick's, your champions are going to be tough to beat, but at the end of the day, I think it's going to be whoever's the smoothest and doesn't make the mistakes in such a short race.
That's awesome, Max. Hey, thank you for taking the time with us. Hey, everybody, Max Lindquist, number 2. He's a guy to watch tonight. I think he's going to be up running in the front for that 10 grand, so don't miss out. Thank you so much. Jody, how are you, brother?
I'm good.
You like being out here on the West Coast?
I don't know. It's a little windy and a little cold. It's warmer back north.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on.
No, but it's fun being out here.
So, you came out just for this event, or did you come out for the reunion also?
Well, I'm going to do it all while I'm here.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Weren't you located on the West Coast at one point, or have you always been back east?
No, always back east. I haven't left home.
How busy are you guys right now?
Real busy.
Busy enough where you shouldn't be here?
Yep. We're here.
How was it in the Czech Republic?
The people treated us really good there. I was happy for that, and the weather was about the same as it is right here, but it was very good over there.
Was that your first experience getting to go with the team across the pond?
Yes, it was. It's the first time we went over there.
And your overall experience with traveling with Team USA and being a part of that?
It was all good. I'm definitely going to do it again.
That's awesome. Do you have a special pick for tonight?
Old John Natale showed up here, and he's done about everything, so I'm not going to count him out.
It's pretty great to have one of the older guys come out and race this.
Yeah.
I heard that Joe Bird's supposed to come, but he hasn't showed up yet.
I haven't seen him, but, Joel's always going to be on top of the list. But John, he's cross-country raced, he's motocross raced, he's TT raced. He's done it all, so not all these guys have done all that.
And I don't ever remember him recording a victory in the woods, but
he did a lot of it.
I think that he finished quite up the chain pretty good.
Yeah, John did the 12 hours, and they won a lot of those.
Right.
So they did a lot of this. But there ain't a whole lot out here that's going to separate them, I don't think, with this. I don't know what's all out here. There's a couple little technical things, but we'll see.
Well, logs and tires are going to separate them.
Yeah.
We were talking to Joel Hetrick earlier today, and he said he thinks that's going to be the deciding factor is how well you get through the obstacles.
Yeah, and I haven't seen them here in a little bit, so maybe they're not. I don't know how tough they are.
Well, Danny and I, my son, were just out helping Wes pick up some logs and tires. Some of them are pretty big.
Oh, so maybe they get a little tougher since I've been out there. We're
Well,
gonna see soon.
well, let's hope it's going to be a good show. Hey, and thank you so much for taking some time with us.
Yeah, appreciate it.
All right, man. We'll talk to you later. Hey, everybody. It's Leonard Duncan here with ATV-TALK. Mark Baldwin is on the West Coast. Wow. Hey, brother. It took this race to get you to come out here?
Oh, I've been out here quite a few times, Leonard, but it is a special event, and it's just good to be here.
Well, we're glad to see you.
Yeah, thanks.
You were over in the Czech Republic earlier this year. You've been all over the country on the East Coast racing motocrosses. Dude, do you ever get any time in the shop?
It's hard, and I shouldn't be here because we got a lot of work. But we've got this event this weekend, and Cody Bryce's brother's getting married next weekend, and after that, it's going to be in the shop a lot.
Are in the shop a lot? Is it all race stuff getting prepped for the 2023 season?
Probably 90% of it is race stuff, Leonard. Yeah, it's we have a lot to do.
And how many of the bikes for Bryce and some of the other guys do you guys actually build in-house?
I do all of Bryce and Cody stuff in-house. I do the stuff for Chris Hunt for Mike Ulrich, and Michael Allred. Adam Ulrich's stuff I just did last week. I prepped his stuff and dyno the engines for him. And then I've got some other cross-country guys I do as well, and we got a shop full.
You and I have been doing this for a long time. Back in the 90s when we were at Loretta Lynn's, did you ever envision where we would be today?
Definitely not, Leonard. It's pretty crazy with the way the sport's grown, and just with all the technology that's in these Yamahas, and even the fuel-injected CRF engines and KTM engines we're putting in the chassis. I mean, it's difficult for people to work on these things at home because they don't have all the computers to plug into them, and they're not able to tune them, just by the seat of the pants, the way we used to do 250Rs. And you got to put these things on the dyno, spin them, and tune them, and there's a lot to it, a lot more to it than back in the days when we all got started.
With the big high compression motors and the special fuels you guys are running, that makes it even more difficult for the home individual guy.
Oh, for sure. If you don't have these things tuned and spot on, you're going to have some problems, and you definitely got to take it to the professional guys to do it. And I work real close with Jaime Ortiz from PEP Tuning, and he and I do a lot together. And that man is he's very valuable to our whole sport, and not just ATV racing. He does a lot of stuff with the motorcycle teams as well, and we're very fortunate to have him.
Yeah, I hear he's a really smart guy. Every time I get him on the phone with him, I'm like, hey, you want to slow down and start that conversation over again for me?
Yeah, for sure. He's a brilliant young guy, and very fortunate to be very good friends with him, and he's helped me a lot.
Well, that's awesome. Also, there's a special event on Saturday night with the reunion for the Huevos guys in the movies. Are you looking forward to that, and are you getting to go?
Oh, I guess we're going to that. I think a bunch of us are going to go ride some side-by-sides up in Utah tomorrow, but we should be back for that.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Mark, thank you for taking the time with me. Do you have a favorite pick tonight for who's going to win this money?
Well, hopefully this number 4 guy right here.
Thank you very much,
right,
bud. It was good to talk to you.
Thanks a lot. Yeah.
We got to talk to Hunter Hart, even though it's getting a little cold. Really great XC racer. We have a joint conversation with Walker Fowler, Jeff Rastrelli, Joel Hetrick, and Mark Notman. Shane Hitt and Brad Riley, those guys are awesome. You got to check them out. And we finish it off with Ian Harris, one of the big sponsors on the East Coast and on the West Coast.
Hunter Hart, how are you, brother?
Dude, we're doing well. We're out here in California, Vegas.
We're in California technically right now.
Okay. I wasn't
But
sure
you
if we were
just
in
drive
Nevada.
that way a little ways and you're in
I wasn't sure.
in Nevada.
Interesting. Well, as
Uh-huh.
Biggie says, we're going back to Cali.
Good. Hey, are you going to be hanging around on Saturday night to meet some of the legends?
I should be. Yeah, I think we're going to be there. Where is that?
It's in the Grand Hotel in downtown Vegas.
Yeah, I'll be there.
That's awesome. That's
Sick.
awesome.
Yeah.
You came out to the West Coast for the $10,000 race. What are you thinking after you've seen a little bit of the environment here?
Hey, we need to go put this on one of those mountains. Line them up on the mountain.
Right?
Let them go. I don't know. No, I was busting on Wes. I was like, Wes, we don't need more dirt on those logs. We don't need more dirt on those tires, dude. Take it away.
Right. Make it harder, right?
Yeah.
so that your skill set will offset the motocross
for
stuff.
sure. I'm hoping we're dead engine, large logs, large tires, wet. I hope that water truck breaks at like the first corner, just starts spewing water.
Mud hole, there we go, right?
I've got roll-offs.
You're ready
I'm
for
ready.
it.
Yeah.
Right. Because you do love the water, right?
Oh, for sure.
So you want it to rain on Sunday morning too.
I mean, I don't know if I go that far, but you know.
When you heard about the race and that they were going to have a $10,000 purse,
I was stoked before I even knew there was any money. I was stoked just to get invited.
wanting to see
yeah.
have all these different disciplines come together in one place.
Oh, I mean, not even that, dude. I was just stoked to be invited. 10-year-old Hunter was like, Huevos, I'm there. I don't even know what it is. Wes could have told me that we were racing like dune buggies in the desert, and I would be like, I'm there.
Right. So you grew up on the Huevos videos.
Kind of. I was getting into ATV racing when the Huevos videos were all old, so I was watching the older ones.
Right.
Wes had stopped making them by the point when I started to actually get super deep into ATVs. So that's where I was at.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. So how did you come across some of these guys that race ATVs when you were younger? Was it all magazine based?
No, luckily I got into the GNCCs when I was young, and Chris Borch took me under his wings early on at like probably 12. He kind of probably thought I was an annoyance, but I looked up to him, and he was good. He showed me the people, and we're here now.
That's awesome, brother.
We're here.
You had a pretty good season in XC. Anything come about? I mean, you climbed back from some things that happened early in the season. You ended strong.
But no, it was good. We had a great last 4 rounds, honestly, and good build point, and we're excited. Excited to just go out. There's no pressure out here. I mean, this isn't the norm for me. It isn't the cup of tea, so we'll see how it goes.
Well, you came out strong last year and got a third, and you did really well. We've had some conversations about the setup, about things that you learned. You're at the same facility and the same kind of track, but they've added some jumps and they've added some obstacles this year.
Dude, I mean, you look at this thing, it's a monster truck. I've rode this thing for 45 minutes and I was like, love it. Count me in. I mean, I go into the corner, dude. I honestly had my washers spaced out wrong. Mark was like, buddy, how'd you have those washers out? And I was like, I had them on the front. He's like, you what? I had it all messed up, dude. I thought it was great then. I mean, you just put me on it, give me 10 minutes, I'm ready to go. It doesn't matter how messed up it is.
There you go, brother. There
That's
you
right.
go. That's why I love talking to you, Hunter. You always put a positive spin on it. Good luck this weekend. What are you going to do with your money?
I don't even know. You can't put the cart in front of the horse.
You're not going to go to Disneyland?
No, hell, I wouldn't go there if you paid me.
All right. So we were just talking about Bo, and his first ever works race was on a borrowed LTR 450, and he got fourth. And he made a mistake at the end of the race, or he would have got third.
That's impressive.
Yeah, so the guy's talented. Tomorrow he's racing his motorcycle for 2 championships. So he's he also I think won a championship in the UTV last weekend.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the guy.
He's got the championship stacked up.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, that is.
I hope he has a full-time mechanic. That's not like a lot of stuff to take care of.
Yeah, that's a lot.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. He does almost all of his own work.
ATV and dirt bike sounds like I'd have at least 2.5 broken out of the 3. At least. At all times.
Yeah.
Something's broke.
Like, again, I know how my shop.
Legendary. Yeah, that's legendary.
Mark, what are you looking for tonight that's going to help you for later on in the weekend?
I don't know if you can really judge this weekend or tonight off of Sunday. I mean, it's a completely different train, but hopefully we can maybe take a little bit out of it, shock setup or anything like that we can use towards Sunday.
Excellent.
Or going to practice tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, I know you guys are. I know you guys are fierce competitors when you're racing. When you're coming into an event like this, how does it change your mental game for preparation?
I don't know. Like, I rode a couple times. Like, I didn't really change mentally. I didn't really do anything different. I'm just here to, like, I don't know, it's in Vegas, which I was a good spot. And I always kind of wanted to come on vacation anyways. And I think it was just a bonus to race my 4-wheeler while I was here. That's how it was. And there's obviously $10,000 on the line. Like, I hadn't really thought too much about the race because if I think too much about it, then I feel like I'm just going to go out there and, like, hit a tire or something and wad up. So I just going to go out there with like, no expectations and just ride. I don't know. That's my personal thing. I didn't get too crazy and didn't really think about it too much. It's obviously about what we need to do to get the bike ready, but for me, riding wise, it's pretty much the same as I do any race. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd say just I have no expectations. Not that I don't intend to win. I don't expect to. So I'm just coming to have fun. It's a super unique event. Again, I don't think this has ever happened. I don't think all four disciplines, obviously flat track and TT involved as well. So to just have all the guys and just hang out, obviously, it's a race, but I think it's going to be cool to just kind of have a little party too. I think we're all about to be 30 or we are 30. So kind of fun. We all grew up racing together, or at least in some capacity, competitive.
We were all at the top of our class, at the top of our class. Like you were at the top, we were at the top motocross. So
in the youth ranks,
we all knew each other, and I raced Walker a couple times. I almost beat him, but whatever.
Yeah, you did too. He literally almost did. We were on 300X.
300s. Yeah. He was on it. Listen, okay, I give him the benefit of the doubt. Nothing against Yamaha. He was on a Raptor 250. I was on a full blown 300. The thing turned about a quarter of an inch. So when you turned it all the bars all the way, the tires went like this. So it was a little even, but no, it was a good camaraderie around here with all of us.
For sure.
I'm really excited about it.
That's the coolest part is we're all we never really get to see each other, but it's like
we're race with each other.
We get to race with each other, and we're all we all talk to each other online and stuff, and it'll be really fun. It's just
I think it's gonna be cool to
relax too.
It is.
I'm excited about that part. I'm not
There's no
stressed out about
I'm not crapping bricks right now. I'm just chilling.
I think the best part would be too is I don't know, obviously looking over and we're about to do this one unique race, and if I walk up, or I'm lined up next to Walker or something like that, and looking over and see multi-time GNCC champion and stuff. I don't know, it's gonna be super cool to sit online with different disciplines and looking over and be like, all right, man, let's see what you got. Let's do it. That's gonna be super cool because obviously if we go into the GNCC, oh my God, Jesus Lord, I'm about to bounce off trees for 3 hours trying to beat these guys. There's no way. And
I usually pretend my shit's broke so then I don't have to finish.
my spindle broke. My spindle's broke.
It's so broken. It's so bad.
So I feel like it may be the same way. It's they come to moto, and when we're practicing a moto, it's they ride good, but it's just a whole different ball game, man. So it's gonna be really cool to line up there and see what we all got. It's really exciting for me. I'm stoked.
I think that's pretty awesome that you guys are so well versed with each other's careers and you watch everybody. Mark, when you get to be in the presence of this, how does it make you feel? I know you're a former professional racer, but you're well, he's a giant anyways.
That's what I was thinking. It's nice being around guys.
You take your skill level and all of the things you've got to experience, and you get to stand amongst this greatness. How does it make you feel?
I mean, it's pretty cool. Obviously, Joel's here, and he's just fresh off his third Pro MX championship. Obviously, 7 with Walker, and Jeffrey's
just an average motocross.
very well.
Multi-time podium finisher. He's a multi-time podium finisher.
Brother, you got it bad.
I was like, what's he gonna say about me?
What's he got?
What do you got?
What him getting a lineup maybe against Walker. Obviously, Walker's never raced moto with these guys, so it's gonna be cool to see where he stacks up. On the moto portion, and then obviously Joel's done some GNCC stuff, so he's kind of familiar, with maybe climbing some logs or tires.
Right.
Jeffrey hasn't.
We're gonna send her, bud.
We're gonna send her. He's capable of, but it's gonna be a fun night, and can't wait to get things started.
I'm gonna talk to Wes and see if we can get you in the first bracket race.
Oh, so I'm just fresh.
So you're
don't
just
get to
fresh.
see anybody hit anything.
Right. If you're gonna do it.
Leonard, I'm be honest with you. That's a little messed up, man. That's a little messed up. I feel attacked.
No, dude, I'm just afraid you're gonna win the money, and I was just trying to give these guys an advantage.
I think it goes by qualifying, so we'll go by qualifying. We'll see.
There is no qualifying, brother.
Whatever, man.
No,
we're just going.
I think it's a hat draw.
Going head to head.
It's what?
I think it's going to be just a hat draw.
Oh, that's not what the information.
That throws a little more of a wrench into things.
Here we go.
Hey, you never know.
Hey, okay, all right, me and Joel are gonna go up first time. It's like, oh, come on, I wanted to work into this.
You mean I got to drop the hammer in the first go?
Yeah, I want to work into the pace. You know.
I just want to ride it a little bit.
Because before, what we were told was there was going to be qualifying. So obviously, like time qualifier, like we would have a couple laps. So then the first seed would race the 16th seed, and then second to 15, third to 14. That's what we told before. But obviously,
Why do you want to race against the lower seed guy?
Because I won't work into how far I can jump the logs, man. The tires, I don't know what's going to happen out there. So, no, it's gonna be good regardless. But it's, I'm just stoked to be here. Like a camaraderie already. Like I haven't seen this guy in a while, and just having the camaraderie with these guys, and the BSing and shooting the shiz, shoot the shiz. So I think it's gonna be really cool, man. I'm really excited.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you guys for taking some time with us. We really appreciate it.
Thanks, sir.
No problem.
Thanks so
We need to schedule some time with all of you.
I'm
sure we'll have a lot to talk about.
Brad Riley, how are you, brother?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Welcome to California. I know it's supposed to be Nevada, but it's California.
First time being here.
Well,
it's an honor.
Awesome. Shane Hitt, how are you, brother?
I'm good. I'd be a lot better if I was in Nevada. No one likes California.
So I'm standing with two legendary TT racers. Who's faster?
We was just talking about that. We was arguing about who was faster. I said he was, and
I said Brad was.
So nobody's going to give me a defining answer?
It's just too
have you ever got to race against Shane?
Yeah, he kicked my tail. I was still in diapers, so
Really?
green in the ears.
So everybody that I know that's raced Shane said the only way that they're going to beat him is to wreck him.
Yeah, I can't really say much. I never really had a chance to beat him.
How you doing, Shane?
I'm good. How you doing, Lenny?
I'm doing great. Is the reunion, the Huevos reunion, out here, or were you interested in how this event was going to go?
No, I mean, it all did. I mean, the good thing was it really wasn't so much about the race to me. It was just about the reunion and everybody getting together. I thought, well, there's a lot of those guys I haven't seen in 15, 20 years, so I'm just going to go hang out and do whatever. And then the race, it was on, it was off, or whatever. And, I'm like, I'm going, and me and Mark Baldwin came together, and Mark's like, well, I'm too busy. I shouldn't even be out there. If there's no race, I'm not going. I said, Mark, it's going to be a good time, and I'm going. I don't care about the race. But if the race happens, I'm going to be there.
So we've brought 4 different disciplines to one event at one time, which never been done. How big of an impact do you think this is going to have for the ATV industry in a whole?
I don't really know. I mean, it's cool to see that because you don't ever see Brad Riley, a TT guy, line up against a Works guy or a GNCC guy or whatever. So I don't know. I think it's just cool to bring everybody together. The sport it's not as big as we'd all like it to be. So, and these guys, especially the guys on the West Coast and the guys on the East Coast, they don't get a race against each other very much anyway. So when they show up, it's just interesting. It's kind of cool to get a go and hang out with other guys and do it in Vegas and then do it at a race. Yeah, it pays $10,000 to win, but it's more about just having fun.
That's awesome.
That's what we come here for. We was coming to watch, and David Eller, he offered to bring a bike, and I was like, why not? Why won't I go out there and throw a leg over it and see how we do? We might get eliminated first round. Hopefully we'll be there at the end, but we'll see what happens. We'll have fun, and afterwards we'll have it more fun.
Well, that's what it's all about. Being that you do have some motocross background, how much background do you have with obstacles, logs, bumps, things like that?
I used to send the blaster through the woods with no brakes for a long time. I mean, it's where the racing all started, is on the blaster, no brakes through the woods, jumping logs and rocks and hitting trees. So I got a little bit. I mean, I ain't really practiced on it none. We're just we're winging it kind of. We're going to see how it goes.
Well, good luck, and thanks for taking some time with us. Really appreciate it. Glad that you came. Shane Hitt, it's always a pleasure, young man. I'll be talking to you again soon.
Good to see you, Lenny.
Thank you, brother. Ian, how are you, brother?
Hey, Leonard, I'm great, man. Thank you.
Welcome to the West Coast, man.
Yes, thank you. It's great to be here.
So what do you think of what's going on here?
Yeah, I mean, it's an awesome setting. It's been years since I've been out here, so to be back out in the desert, compared to the Midwest it's something. And yeah, I'm pumped for tonight. Even tonight's event, I'm pumped for it.
Are you going to be able to make the reunion setup on Saturday night?
Yeah, planning on being down there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
When you heard about West putting on an event for all the disciplines, how exciting was that for the industry, for you?
Yeah, I mean, it was huge growing up watching all of Wes's movies, and granted, I wasn't involved in any of it back then, personally or with the business, but just watching the movies, and I instantly was like, yeah, I got to be part of this. This is huge. So it was awesome.
You also were involved with Team USA.
Yeah.
You got to go over and watch the race. How was that for you this year?
Yeah, that was incredible experience. We went in 19 also, but so I kind of knew a little bit of what to expect. But even to this minute, still gives me goosebumps to think about it. For them guys to be able to go over there and win for the U.S. and bring back the gold is just, it's incredible.
As far as a company goes and the things that you get involved with in the industry, the growth of the ATV industry, how do you see that going?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's definitely growth there, and it's like anything. It takes time for it to evolve, but I feel like we see it. It doesn't happen instantly, but we do see it growing, and I even with our business. So I feel like it's there.
So the custom graphic kit industry is growing as far as the companies that are dealing with you, that are buying backdrops and flags and so on and so forth.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, anything that we do that I can promote to even like Wes and his guys. We made the backdrop and banners for the stage and so on, and it just helps get our name out there and be able to let people know that we don't just do graphics for bikes and quads and side-by-sides.
Right.
We're covering the whole gamut of banners, backdrops, flags, everything.
Well, when we were working out the information that you sent us about your company, that's pretty amazing, the history that you guys have and the things that the company's been involved with.
Yeah, I mean, we do from one piece to 10,000 and all different aspects, from screen printing decals to big backdrops, flags. So yeah, we do cover a wide gamut of products. So yeah.
And you did the backdrop for ATV-TALK, the podcast, for the so that we could do some press conferences with it, which was pretty awesome.
Yeah, turned out great. Yeah.
Oh yeah, every show we do, it's there.
That's right.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah, and then we put the logo and all the videos and everything.
Yes,
so
thank you.
We appreciate the connection and the help that you've offered our company to do the things that we do. It's great to see you out here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Do you have a prediction for a win tonight?
I don't know. The track's it's looking more moto style from what I've seen, but I'm not gonna step out on a limb and go for anybody's. I'm not gonna say a prediction, I guess. I'm gonna stay neutral.
All right. Well, thanks again, man.
Yes,
have a great time.
Thank you.
How's it going, bud? When the draw comes and the brackets are set up, how are you going to feel if you get to line up against Joel Hedrick?
I actually grew up with Joel, and we traveled. I trained with him when I was racing motocross back in the day, and my odds of beating Joel are very slim, so I already know that lining up.
So you say there's a chance?
Yeah, he's got to either break down or knock it over the logs that I can get over, or there's chances, yes.
Okay, well, that's all that we're fighting. We're fighting for every chance here, right? I mean, that's good that you've given yourself a mathematical chance.
Yeah,
there you go.
There's always a chance. You gotta look positive.
So what are you going to do with your money?
Well,
you give you the check. What are you going to do? You're going to go to Disneyland? You're going to go party? You're going to go
gamble? I go buy her.
All right. Dude. You can never have enough quads, right?
No. Excellent. I need another practice break.
Awesome. Well, hey, thank you for giving us some time, and good luck tonight. We'll be by to catch up with you again later.
Sounds good.
All right, thanks.
The riders are gathering for the riders meeting in front of the stage. Brad Riley's there, Shane Hitt, Roberto, Jeremiah Jones, Joel Hetrick, the whole group. The rules will be, there's Logan Huff, the rules will be broken down to, it's a split lane event. they're going to start in front of a log. So there's live engine ready to go, wheels touching the log. It'll be a 2-lap event. So right off of the log start, there'll be another obstacle, then right into the tires. One of the lanes has large, big tires in it. The other lane has smaller tires laid down flat. Each lane is difficult in its own right. So if you run off the side of the tires, or if you try to, skirt your way on the edge, that'll turn into an automatic disqualification. So you can't do any hanky funny business with it. Wes explained all the rules in detail. I don't think he left out anything. He tried to cover every in and out so that to break it down, he wanted as fair as possible for each discipline and each rider. They put this track together in less than 24 hours. It's an excellent equalizing facility. I mean, this race is taxing every ounce of ability that these professionals have. There's actually a couple amateurs in there too. So great event, put together really well, and the structured obstacles will be the deciding factor. There'll be a 30-minute practice to see how each individual can deal with the obstacles and getting their machines through that and then around the rest of the track so that they can get familiar with this. The obstacles are pretty gnarly, so you're talking a large step up for the first set of tires that they have to go over, and this is pretty rough. Once they get past the first set of tires, they get into the second portion of their obstacle. Once they break through that, then they're onto the motocross track. The practice will be done after the 30-minute mark. Then they will go to a 10-minute recess to get the machines prepped or anything that they need to do maintenance-wise. And then we will go right into qualifying. It'll be a handheld stopwatch qualifying, one machine at a time. And you'll have rider choice on the lane that you pick for your qualifying. Once they get your time, they'll line them up fastest to slowest, and then set it up to race and break it down that way. If there's an odd number, the two slowest will race to figure out who's going to race the fastest. And it's a single elimination, so if you lose, you're out. If you crash, you're out. If you break, you're out. If you get DQ'd, you're out. And it's winner take all. The Huevos group is doing a documentary, and I was fortunate enough to be picked to be interviewed by the crew, which was a pretty big highlight for myself. I thought it was very an exciting thing. I think the documentary is going to be an excellent boost for the ATV industry. And Huevos movies, if you've seen them, they're all really entertaining. I don't know how entertaining I am, but it was a great opportunity and a great group of guys taking care of it and filming the documentary. So thanks, guys. Before the start of practice, Danny Ray Duncan got to go down to the starting line, and while he was down there, he ran into Joel Hetrick and Hunter Hart, Max Lindquist, John Natale, Walker Fowler, and got their opinions on the track and the starting grid and some of the obstacles. Also, Wes Miller was down there, and he had a conversation with him as well. So check that out. Go for it.
Right on. So yeah, we just did a track walk here at the Huevos Invitational race, and Yeah, it's gnarly. It's definitely cool. I mean, the scenery is beautiful for sure, but pretty good sized jumps. Mellow for sure. I'm glad to see that. The bombers like Iron Man has would be a little iffy, but yeah, the endurocross. As you can see behind us, everyone's still looking at it. That's going to be the separation factor. So
advantage for us, hopefully.
Yeah.
Looking at it, they nothing like we haven't ridden, at the Heartland Challenge this year or anything like that. It looks good. The logs will be super sweet. The tires will be even better. And yeah, I think that'll definitely play into our favor. I rode some of those before we came out here. I'm sure Walker has some other stuff like that at his house he's looked at as well. And yeah, it should be good.
All right, go
Ready? All right, yeah, we're looking at the tire section here. We got probably, I don't even know how long this will take, 10 seconds?
15 maybe.
15. It's very unique. Like, those ones, obviously, me and Max here have never done tires, so we're looking at, like, what the heck do we do? But
what tires, big, small?
yeah, that's the biggest challenge right now is choosing what tires, because 90% of this race is motocross and 10% is this. So it's like, we're at a toss-up.
Yeah, I'd say the same. I mean, someone's just gonna have to try it and see what happens. Like, it's at this point, it's more just who's gonna be the guinea pig.
Yeah, who's gonna try the smalls and see if they'll work out. Who's gonna run bigs and just ride it out. Even if it's not the best in the rest of the track, it might be worth it here. So this is very cool. This event, I'm happy it worked out, and I'm happy to be here racing with these guys too. So super fun.
Yeah, should be an interesting night. Be cool to see who comes out.
Yeah, for sure. Like, this is no expectations, I feel like, for anybody. We don't know what to finish. Yeah, hoping to finish and not eat crap. Not go over the bars.
Thank you.
Yep, no problem.
Good.
Yeah, we're just a little concerned about the first set of tires. Obviously, most motocross guys don't have to go over tires very often, but everything else looks good. Like these parts and like these tire parts over there.
All right, Wes Miller here at the Huevos Pro Invitational. We're in the endurocross section. We just ran practice for a little bit. Guys are having a little bit of a hard time with some of these obstacles, so we made a couple little tweaks. We moved that log back so they can get a little more momentum in this, give it a little ramp. But it's still a pretty gnarly endurocross section. That's what this is all about. We got pro riders here. It's a pro race, so let's do this.
Just went out there for a round of practice. They're doing a little adjustments. Tires are pretty gnarly, but it's pretty fun. It's just going to throw a curveball in it. Looking forward to it. Seeing what think we got a chance. We'll see what happens.
Well, I mean, it's been a great idea. We've got 13 riders here, and so far, I think there's been 2 of us that's gotten over it fairly easy. Not easy, right? It wasn't easy at all, but it was fairly easy. And I don't know if we can do it every single lap. Sure, I want to take home $10,000, but I think we got to do something to make it a little bit more fair, so that we have a race. I mean, we all came here to race and have a good competition, and I think we just got to make it just a wee bit easier, just so that everybody can get over it. We don't have any bottlenecks. I think it'll be a fun time.
As soon as you guys started practicing, I'm like, Danny Ray positioned himself in a spot right next to the obstacles during practice, so he could observe how the machines were going through. At this time, he started a live on Instagram. We're going to listen to that now, and you'll get to hear the effects of the machine. He'll be commentating on what he's seen and going into detail of what's happening for you, so you'll get to feel like you're right there with him in the dirt and the dust. Also, there's right at the end of practice, there's been a technical difficulty, and the lights have gone out, and we didn't know what was going to happen. So stay tuned for the next episode to find out what happened.
We're getting ready to do some time practice. Jeff Rostelli is up first for timed practice qualifying. See where they go. They get 1 lap. As soon as they go live, you guys will know. Rostelli is up first. So in practice, we had some good practice going on, and they had to move some tires around. Sorry for the late live. but we did have to move some tires around, and they've had to change a few things at the track to make it a little not easier, but a little better for the riders. And we're about to go live right now with Rastrelli up first. Natali's here, John Natali's here, and he is racing, and he honestly looked really good in practice. He was the first one to get over all of the tires. Here we go. Here's Rastrelli. So Rastrelli looks pretty good in practice as well. Of course, these motocross guys look flawless on the motocross side of things. Honestly, John Natali looks like he hasn't lost a step either. I'm not sure how many years it's been since he's raced, but he has not lost a step. Australia's making up time. That was pretty good. We'll hear how the time is. What? Oh, no, you're good. I'm not too stressed about it, but thank you. But back to practice. Everybody looked pretty good. They did really good. There's a couple works guys here, GNCC, GNC. Everybody came out. Joel Hetrick looks good. Unfortunately, Joel's bike got stolen on the way out here, and as I'm sure a lot of you guys already know, and he is he's on his practice bike that they had gotten out here at last minute. The Ford brothers are here. Only Bryce Ford is racing. He looked fantastic in practice as well. Bo Barron did not end up showing up to this event, which was a little sad, but it's going to be a good event. They're having a little bit of technical difficulty. The lights shut off. Hopefully they'll get them turned on here soon. I'm not sure who is up next. I'm going to go up here and find out. Harlan, who's up next? I don't know. You don't know? I just know Jeffrey didn't do a whole lap. He didn't do a whole lap?
He screwed up. He only went out on like.
Yeah.
He came out, went back, and then.
He didn't come down here and then come here.
Or anything. Like,
yeah.
So he missed a whole bunch of stuff. So they were going to do that, and now he just lost power. So I don't know what happened there.
Figure it out.
I'm going to get no sleep. I got to drive all the way to Tonopah tonight, which is 4 hours.
Why?
Because there's a race that starts at 7:30 a.m. I got to be out there.
You're not doing the Works series anymore?
Well, no, my daughter is.
Okay.
My daughter and that other guy that was, I don't know if you saw him, I have Chad's here. They're up there on laptops right now. If you see the picnic table,
okay,
they're going through all their photos today, getting them together, and they'll be over there. I don't get there till Sunday.
Okay.
I'll shoot Desert tomorrow and then Sunday.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a lot. Last week I was in Oklahoma and Woods.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a little cold out here.
It's nothing. It was 20 degrees this morning. I was up riding this thing.
I'm from Idaho, like I was saying, and so it's way colder there than it is here, and I'm still cold.
Yeah, it's the humidity, a little humidity right now.
Yeah.
From all the moisture from the other day and that front coming through. So they said the humidity yesterday was 50%, which is a lot for here.
Yeah.
So then it just kind of goes right through you.
Yeah.
Jeremy.
So it sounds like, if you guys didn't hear, Rastrelli did not do a full lap, so they're going to probably have to have him requalify. We shall see. Qualifying is taking a pause just because the lights have gone off. This tire section is going to be super fun. It's going to be awesome, and it is honestly the difference maker here. A lot of these guys are motocross guys, and motocross guys are obviously have the edge with the rest of the track being a motocross track. So hopefully we get some stuff going here. Let's see in the comments while we're waiting on who your guys' picks are, or who you guys' thoughts are on who's going to win this event. We got Hetrick, we got Natali, we got the Ford brothers. Bryce Ford is the only one racing. Actually, we got Rastrelli. We got a couple GNCC guys. All right, Walker Fowler. Is that who you're? Walker looked fast. I mean, he was one of the other ones that got over the tires as well. He definitely looked good. Hetrick did look good. He practiced on a different bike. He just got his bike out there, and I don't think he's had much time practicing on it. So we'll get a good feel of where he's at here in a minute when he qualifies. But like I said, he was not out on his actual bike for qualifying. So the system is a little bit different. So they both have to go through this tire section. It's a split tire lane, and they have to go through each side of it. You guys can't really see on this side, but there is tractor tires on the other side that have very little dirt in front of it, and that is the difference maker right there. Everybody seems to go through this right lane, or left lane if you're coming that way, but right side of what this side right here, everybody keeps going through that for qualifying. But this other side where you see the big tires and the tractor tires, they are the difference maker right there, and everybody has to go through them. So we'll see. John Natali honestly was the best one through this section right here, and he does not look like he has missed a step at all whatsoever since retiring. We're going to come back live here shortly. We're having some technical difficulties with the lights. As soon as they get the lights turned back on and we get back to qualifying, we will come back on.